Would you believe me if I said that this dude made me go through eternal suffering? How, you may ask? Trust me, you'll see soon enough. But first, the rules. For 10 days, I build Harumasa with all the resources I can acquire in order to beat Shiyu Defense. But there is a twist. I am not allowed to use the shop for Easy Denny's and chips. And I have to collect everything with Harumasa. Yes, that's right. For a good part of the challenge, I will only be using Harumasa. Now keep in mind that doing Shiyu Defense with only Harumasa is practically impossible, unless you're a whale. So I've come up with this system. I get to add an additional character on day 6 and day 9. Why I chose those days specifically will become clear later on. Now, without further ado, let's see if I can beat the challenge and deal some Haru massive damage. That felt so wrong to say, I'm so sorry, holy I'm never saying that again. Day 1, the start of a new challenge, and we start this one off with Betrayal. You see, if I'm gonna be fighting enemies with Harumasa, I'm gonna need some disk drives, and if possible, a leveled W engine. So I'm sorry, Anton, your sacrifice will be remembered. It wasn't really a big sacrifice because the disk drives weren't even that good, but don't tell him that, he doesn't need to know. Regardless, with the materials I had laying around, I was able to get Harumasa up to level 50 and even get some of his cores leveled up. But level 50 isn't max level yet, so let's change that. Oh god, I do no damage. Oh, I need to be careful because I don't have a lot of HP either. This is going to take a while, isn't it? But you, dear viewer, you are lucky because I can just edit past it. And believe me, that's something I had to do a lot in this video. And done. Just like that, we were able to max out our W engine and almost max out Harumasa levels. Now finally, our batteries are depleted, and you know what that means? It's time for the next day. And you know what I found out on the second day? I found out that I'm a dumbass. I noticed that even though I was leveling my talents, my damage was not improving. Yeah, so I'm actually leveling the wrong talent. This is the one you actually need to upgrade Harumasa his dash skill, which is the most important part of his kit. But hey, at least there was some positive news. So I'm a bit used to how to play him. I mean, it's not like it's difficult or anything. Talking about this shit like I'm doing some kind of rocket science. I'm just like pressing buttons. It's not that hard. Wrong again. Apparently, it is rocket science. Well, I mean, it is, it kind of isn't. Let me just explain. See these balls? You need to apply them to the enemy to be able to dash. The max amount of stacks is 8, and you use 2 of them per dash. This is why you want to have additional balls lying around when the enemy is at max stacks. That way you can quickly apply them after the other stacks have been depleted and do another rushdown. You want to be able to do these as much as possible when the enemy is stunned, since it's your main source of damage. That's pretty much the basics and all you need to know. But if you want to see a detailed guide, I recommend this channel called Blade Q. It helped me out a ton during my 10 days, so it's only fair to give credit. Link will be in the description. Okay, whew, info dump over. Remember the eternal suffering I talked about in the intro? Well... So, remember me talking about only being able to use another character starting from day 6? Well, the reason for that is at the time of recording this footage, day 5 would be on a Sunday. Why is that important? Well, if I wanted to level my cores, which I did, I would have to fight the weekly boss. The drops for the weekly boss reset on Sunday. This meant that I had to solo the weekly boss with Harumasa if I wanted to get the optimal drops. So that's exactly what I did. And I failed, again and again. But hey, what if I just go to the music shop and upgrade my discs a bit? I mean, that would help me out, right? Surely I can win. I tried again and again. I kept going, but it didn't matter. I kept losing, I kept falling down. I had the feeling I couldn't do it. I wanted to give up. But you know what? That's something a Haru massive loser would say. It doesn't even matter if I die, I can just come back. I can keep going until he's dead. So that's exactly what I did. Oh, I finally did it. Oh my god, I finally did it. Holy shit. That took way too long. How long, you may ask? Around 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back. Now, the thing is, this only got me one boss drop, which meant that I had to do this 2 more times. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I had an exam 3 days after the time of recording, so I didn't have much time on my hands. Instead, I cleared it with another team. That way, I was able to get another core. And I could have just edited this section out, or not mention it, but I would rather be honest with you guys. And I hope you all can understand. Regardless, time for day 4. Up until this day, I had just been grinding electro chips with my batteries. But that would have to change, because I came across an issue. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. You're lying. I don't have money. Oh, this was actually a pretty big problem. Having no money also meant not being able to level talents, cores, and upgrading discs. So I decided to start farming Denny's. Well, the next day of course, because my energy for the day was already used up. Day 5 being the day before my exam, I had an important decision to make. Play Zenless Zone 0 or study some more. So of course I picked the logical option of playing Zenless Zone 0. Okay, I'm joking. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. So I left the Denny farming for day 6, where I allowed myself to get an additional 320 energy as compensation for not playing the previous day. But before we get to that, today we get to choose a new teammate. We've already had some hardships, which feels like an understatement, to be honest, but there are still bigger challenges ahead, making this a very important decision. And out of all the very strong S-rank agents I could have picked, I chose Ambi. Which was supposed to be a funny joke, because she's not actually an S-rank, but hey, wouldn't you know it? Regardless, why Ambi? Well, there are 3 reasons. First of all, she's perfect for Harumasa's bonus score skill. Her being in the party makes it possible to be activated, and she herself can also trigger it, making my Harumasa do 40% more damage at times. As for the second reason, I don't have an anomaly unit that could do the exact same thing without stealing the show. I mean, this is a Harumasa video. And at last, the most important reason, hamburger. And I instantly felt the difference of having Anbi in my team. This already felt so much better to play. I actually couldn't wait to add the last teammate, to see how much of a difference that would make. But that would have to wait. Hey, it's day 7 and time to bring up some old traumas again. Yes, that's right, it's time to do the weekly boss again. Except this time, thanks to Ambi, it was actually a breeze. So I was able to level up my core to level E, which is as far as we'll go for this challenge. After that, I farmed some disk drives, which is also the only thing I did on day 8. And I will let you make a guess. Were the discs good, yes or no? Yeah, no, actually a third option. They were absolute and a waste of stamina. But hey, it happens. We move on to day 9. Where we select Nicole as our new teammate. She shreds defense, which makes Harumasa do more damage, and gets her resonance skill activated because of Ambi. Now, with 1 day left before the end of the challenge, this was a perfect opportunity to get used to our new team. So besides farming discs, and no, the results did not change, we conquered Deadly Assault. And I need to confess something here. I've been keeping a secret from you guys. I've actually attempted a Deadly Assault already with Harumasa and Ambi, but I failed miserably. This is because the second stage has a boss with electro resistance. This time was different though. With a full team, we easily beat his ass, and we moved on to the final floor. Oh no, not this again. Okay, never mind, false alarm. The fight was easy. Look, I'm gonna be honest, it did not look good for me. I scrambled the best disk drives I had together, which resulted into these stats. And I was using these 2 sets you see on screen right now. But hey, my talents were pretty leveled, my cores were up, so past me thought I still had a chance. Man, how naive I was. Everything up until stage 6 was fine. Like, every floor before that got their ass handed to them, but this stupid robot with his stupid shield, he was a wall I could not get past. Like, you would think attacking him with electro damage would give him a short circuit or something, but no. It does nothing. So after struggling to defeat him in time, the question came to me, was it all for nothing? This entire week of me grinding, putting everything I had into Harumasa, spending hours resetting challenges to be able to get rewards. Was it a waste of time? No. I knew the solution. I just needed to make my damage Harumasa. I went back to the music shop, spent everything I had, and it was worth it. I just had to adapt, so I switched W engines, and these were my new stats. Now, time to go back and teach that robot a lesson. That shield won't be enough anymore. I'll stun him as much as I need, and besides that, I can just brute force my way through. Now, it was time for the moment you all have been waiting for. The last floor. We start off with some goons, which after being grouped by Nicole were easily defeated. And then we saw our final hurdle. Another f***ing robot. But it didn't matter. He doesn't even have a shield. He's a straight downgrade from the previous floor. We focused on stunning him and dealing damage during the stun windows. And just like that, it was over. Actually, no, it's not over. I still have an idea up my sleeve. Wait, did I just hear someone knock on my door? Let me check out what that was real quick. Don't mind the mess, by the way. I've been a bit busy. Why did the light just go off? No, I'm sorry. I'll make him do more damage. Please, just give me more time. Just give me more time, please. Oh, please.